Hey, all you sexy people. Welcome to the Occasional Gamer Podcast, where me, Nastyee, and Mullins talk about things we like. Welcome to Ep04, special E3 episode. It's been an exciting week, Mullins.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's so much to talk about. I thought, I was going to have, a few games to mention today. Oh, there's a whole list.
Oh yeah,
I definitely was surprised by a few things yesterday, and a couple of things I didn't even know I heard, was in here about or anything. So Uh, let's let's start with the top of my list. It's a list, so let's just get it through. All right. The first one I'm going to talk about is Horizon. It's that game where you play that redhead chick, and I guess it's like in a future or something. It's kind of like your caveman, but you're like with robotic stuff.
yeah. And also to note, it's made by Guerrilla Games, so it's the same people who did all the Killzone titles. So as far as I know, this is a Sony exclusive.
And they said it's a new IP, so this is going to be the first in a franchise.
Yeah,
And if it's by the Killzone guys, we can probably expect it to play pretty well. Killzone was a mixture for me. I liked it, and I didn't like it at the same time. But a lot of people
same.
liked it. I think it was because each gun had weight to it,
Yeah.
and you felt like a natural person instead of like a flying person.
Oh yeah.
Uh, let's see. Do you have anything else on Horizon? Did you notice?
No. I mean, it looks like it's. I I was reading comments and I didn't think about it, but you totally get the egret feel from Game of Thrones with the chick.
I know, right? Someone's gonna make a mod where you're just hunting a bunch of Jon Snows.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. All right, so Horizon, robot animals, cool bow stuff. A lot of cool bow stuff.
Definitely one to watch.
Let's see. Next one, new Hitman game. I don't know if this is Hitman Sniper. I heard that name being thrown around maybe like a week or two ago. But this new Hitman, it didn't say Sniper to it. It just said Hitman.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's another one. Maybe it's the same. It looked very Hitman-like.
Did it show any gameplay? Because I know I didn't get a chance to see the trailer on it, but I did see the announcement.
Oh, I don't even remember. From memory, just thinking, I don't think there was gameplay. I think it was just a CG or something.
Okay.
But it looked very Hitman-y. Like it didn't look too crazy, and they made the claim that you're gonna get exclusive PS4 contracts.
Yeah, I think they said like there's 5 exclusive contracts.
Yeah, there's a lot of PlayStation. This was at the Sony conference that I watched, so there's gonna be a lot of Sony type news. But
Yeah, and
I feel
then
like there's a lot of exclusive type things.
yeah, and also a lot of Ubisoft stuff that looked pretty awesome.
I didn't watch the Ubisoft one. I just glanced at it, so I missed a lot. So,
I've got a couple from it that I'll talk about later.
all right, cool. We might even maybe I'll mention one or something. We'll see. Next one on the list is Street Fighter Five. Again, it looks just again like Hitman. It looks just like the previous game, but looks better. Next Jenny. Um, it looks really fast, and but it looks the same. Did you see anything on Street Fighter?
No, saying how I'm not, real keen on fighters, I just kind of skipped that one.
Okay. I like fighters a lot, but I don't know, Street Fighter. I've always loved Street Fighter, but I've never really been super into it.
Yeah, I tried to play Street Fighter, I guess 4 back when it was the original version, not the 17,000 new editions that they put out. But I played it and I couldn't beat the computer on easy, so I
So,
gave up.
a lot of times in Street Fighter, that last boss can be a bitch. All right, so we covered that one. Next one is Last Guardian. Who thought we were gonna see fucking video for that shit, right?
I didn't.
Like, especially so early and such a long video.
Yeah.
Did you watch that whole thing?
I didn't even watch the video. Again, I mean, it is one of those big Sony games that everybody wants, but I never played Shadow of the Colossus or Eco, so
Now, is this supposed to be in the same universe as those? Have you heard, or is
I,
it just
I
a whole
don't
another game?
I don't really know. I just know it's made by the same people, so I'm not real sure if it's set in the same universe or not.
Well, I'll tell you this: you can tell it's made by the same people. It
Oh
has
yeah,
has the same aesthetic feel and has a big creature that follows you. It looks like though that this creature, instead of like the other ones where you just run into creatures, it looks like this creature is like almost your dog, but
Yeah.
it's huge. And if I can describe it, it was like part bird, part cat, part dog. It was just this huge thing.
It kind
Uh,
of reminds me of, what is it, Falcor from Never Ending Story.
yeah, a little bit. Like this kind of this weird kind of creepy but not creepy giant animal. Let's see. No Man's Sky. We actually saw gameplay
Yeah,
of No Man's
I
Sky.
did watch that, and that's one of those games I'm definitely in my watch list.
Yeah, I wasn't excited about it at all because last time when we got the video, which it turns out the video from last time looks actually like gameplay, or at
Yeah,
least close to it. So I'll give him some credit there. But we didn't know what it was. We knew you could like fly off the planet and fight other planets, but we didn't really know how big that universe is. Did you see when he scaled back
yeah.
and he
And he
said that
said,
everything was a star?
and every star, what every point of light was a sun with a solar system.
Yeah, like crazy. And then like I don't know if it's true if you really found that random planet for the first time,
Yeah,
but that was kind of cool. Like I imagine when people play the game for the first time, people are going to be exploring the universe trying to find the E3 planet.
true.
I would do that. It just seems kind of cool. But
But
now that I've seen it, it looks cool. But I
oh yeah,
still don't understand what the point of it is. Like, are you just finding planets and like
it's
hanging out like Minecraft?
from what he said that everybody's trying to get to the center of the universe.
That's the actual goal. Get to the
That
center of the
apparently
universe.
that's the end goal.
I wonder what happens when you do that.
I have no idea.
Very interesting.
But
Uh,
did he say it's all multiplayer? I don't recall if he said that. I think it is.
it was such like so much to take in. Like I don't even remember.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see some ground combat and the world's destructible, which is awesome. And
Yeah,
the
that's really
planets are
cool.
actually pretty big from like showing all the points of interest whenever you scan the planet.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed how like you can tell how the planet kind of is from a distance, and it
Yeah,
just kind of zooms in, and it's very nice how you go from space to the planet surface.
and I guarantee you the first time I play this game, I'll crash land into the planet
You're
first
just gonna crash straight into it.
because I'll forget the controls,
I wonder if you can. I wonder if your ship can break down on the planet, and
and
then
you
like
have
you
to
gotta like
repair it.
repair it somehow or call for help.
Mm.
Uh, it looks like an interesting one. I'm gonna be watching it more
Oh
for it
yeah.
now. Let's see. The next one. This was a smaller game, and I don't exactly understand what you do in it, but it was called Dreams. Did you see anything for that?
Uh, I didn't. I didn't watch anything for it, but I know it's. I think it's made by the same people who did Little Big Planet.
Okay, because it looks exactly like their stuff. It's a creative type game, but it's making like fable promises in my head. Because they're like the only limit is your imagination. You can do anything you want. And it showed like a polar bear with its like baby fall down like snow and then licked its mother's or father's face. And it's like that's a lot of interactions. Like what exactly is
Yeah.
happening here? Like, um, and they showed like some dude making an old man on a piano, but it looked like nightmare shit to me, dude.
Yeah, it's one
But
of those just intriguing games, if you will, that you don't know much about it until you actually play it for yourself.
yeah, and I'm guessing maybe it's gonna be like Little Planet where you can create like maybe levels and have weird dream things happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks funky, but again, looks like nightmare fuel. If you tweak it just in the wrong way, it looks like you can make some scary things.
Oh yeah.
All right, next, Firewatch. Uh, from what I could tell, it was like some kind of survival mystery game. Like I think you were walking around like in a forest or something with like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I think you're like a guy like it is. You're like a fire. You're watching. You're like a, I guess, a park ranger of some sort.
Most likely.
I'd watched a few videos of it probably a few months ago, And apparently, there's several different interactions you can have with people, and certain things happen. So I don't really know much about it. It's one of those another kind of mysterious titles.
Is it like a story game or like it's mainly about interacting with people?
I think so.
Because if it
Well, I
goes
don't know
that
about.
route, it could be interesting.
I don't know if there's actually like you interact with a woman over the radio that's at her station,
Yeah.
but beyond that, I don't know if there's actually people you interact with.
It,
I'm not 100% on it.
they didn't give us too much, but I mean, it looked interesting enough. I really don't know what to expect from it, but
Oh
it,
no.
it got my attention for being so short. Um, okay. Next is what to say on this Destiny. Like there was so much cheer until we got to Destiny, and then suddenly the cheer fell.
Destiny is one of those games where you either like it or you don't.
Exactly.
It's there. I don't think you can have an in between on that. But I didn't watch the Destiny because to me it never lived up to the hype to begin with. So
Yeah, like it just I don't know, it just didn't take me. We were trying playing it and it just wasn't that fun.
no.
I'm not gonna narc it though. People find it fun. People are playing it.
Oh yeah.
Destiny: The Taken King. That was the name of it. From what I can tell, there's some dragon guy. He's probably the king. You get some new superpowers. You get some new gear, and there's some new maps.
Yeah.
And that's about it for Destiny. So next is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Uh, it this Assassin's Creed looks really good. Like it's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
enticing. They finally revealed that the chick is the sister of the main guy, so they're
Yeah.
not just friends or lovers or anything like that. And then they're twins.
Yeah,
And
and you get to
uh,
swap them out too. Like you could play either one.
yeah, it was mainly the dude describing how deadly his sister was.
Yeah.
And they introduced the chain sword is confirmed, which
Yeah.
looks awesome.
And like the grappling hook thing you can get to traverse the environment faster.
Yeah. And it looks like you can do environmental chills.
Yeah.
There was a couple chills where they like knocked him and then threw him into like the fire.
Yeah, like the video I watched I think I watched a separate video. I watched the one where he's chasing this guy on a train
Oh, I didn't see that one.
and it looked awesome. Like he was after his target got in a carriage, had a some road rage with the carriage,
Yeah.
and he used his grappling hook to jump on the train and was fighting people on top of a train going through England. I was like, well, that's pretty cool.
I I'm really looking forward to this one. I don't know if it's going to be a day one purchase for me, but I'm definitely going to play it
At
like
the moment, I do have
real
it on
fast.
pre-order because me, I've got like 6 games on pre-order.
But it comes out in like November or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many like big games that month.
Oh my! September, October, November, just
Oh, so
nuts.
yeah, absolutely crazy. All right, next one is World of Final Fantasy. Oh, like what was this?
I did
Like
not see that
you
one.
didn't see this one? Okay,
No.
so fucking they come out and you get this Final Fantasy kind of feel and you're all like, "Oh, what are they going to show us? What are they going to show us?" And they're like chibi. And it's like some cute shit and it's like PlayStation exclusive. I think it's just for children to gradually introduce the world of Final Fantasy. And even
Yeah.
though I started playing Final Fantasy when I was younger, like Final Fantasy 2 was my first game on Super Nintendo. I think I was like 8 years old or something like that. I was 8 or 7. It was awesome, but in retrospective, it's not really like a super kiddish game. People are dying, getting murdered, there's monsters.
Yeah.
Your bad guy of almost every Final Fantasy is God. It's very bad in that sense.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this whole let's give it to children and get them into it thing. But whatever, people will like it. Since you didn't see it, we'll just leave it at that. It's Final Fantasy cutesy shit.
Yeah.
Let's get into the real stuff though. Final Fantasy VII remake for PlayStation 4 coming first, and then later for the rest of the systems, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mullins!
I know. Like everybody is super. I may give this one a go because I never did really play Final Fantasy VII. I know people are gonna burn me at the stake for this one.
See, it's a weird idea behind Final Fantasy VII because it is very popular, but like it wasn't my first Final Fantasy, but a lot of people it was their first Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
And like that's why they love it so much. And like I think it's just a great overall story that people just liked over time, and then when
true.
different ones came out, people started picking their favorites. They go like, "Oh, my favorite's this." That means yours is not as good as mine. It's like that's not
Exactly.
necessarily what we're saying.
Because
Like
my favorite's Final Fantasy X.
yeah, like
I like
everyone's
that.
if you like Final Fantasy, you're cool with me cuz I like Final Fantasy. We don't have to like the same ones. There's tons of them. What are there like over fucking 20? I know not in the number order, but they're like Tactics, Tactics 2, Advanced
Oh
Tactics,
yeah,
not Tactics 2, Advanced Tactics 2. But there's tons of Final Fantasies. So if you like one, that's all it takes for me to go like, you're cool, man. We could talk some Final Fantasy or something. 7 is my favorite. I just loved it. I was in junior high, I think, when it came out. It made me want a PlayStation. I eventually got a PlayStation for Christmas, but I couldn't afford any games, so I had to rent from Blockbuster. Remember that shit?
yeah.
And I rented Final Fantasy VII. It had to be like 5 times in a row, and like I only got to rent one game like a month. So like I was playing this game forever. It was awesome. I love this game. Can't wait for a proper remake. Um, this next bit of news is weird. It's Shenmue III. Did you see the stuff for
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I got a Kickstarter at E3 for this game.
What the fuck was that? Like, he did he like that? Okay, I never played Shenmue 1 or 2 on the Dreamcast, or I think it went to Xbox later on. I never played it.
No,
It
same here.
it looked whatever. People really liked it, and that's cool. I'm all for people loving
Apparently,
the
it's
games.
a game where it's you playing a person and you're doing everyday tasks.
Yeah, it's a lot of like mundane tasks, but then like you're fighting your cruiser or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I know absolutely nothing much about it besides that.
yeah, I don't know much about it. I know there is fighting, and I know at one point you had to play an arcade game. Um, but this old Asian guy came out, and I guess he's the creator of it, and he was trying to get this Kickstarter off, which was very strange because we had a Kickstarter being promoted by Sony at E3. And when the guy came out, I was expecting him to like show some real like good video or concept art or give us some idea for the plot. And in very broken English, he basically just said it's like happening, but not without your help, and we need your help. And then a countdown started, and it went from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it just showed Shimui, the title. It said Shimui 3, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
Oh, it's already backed, by the way.
What's already back?
It's already backed. Like I
Oh,
read somewhere that it's already broke records.
really?
Yeah.
Well, good for it. But again, no problem with it. I was just kind of confused. I was just like, I was confused by a Kickstarter being promoted at E3 by Sony, and then I was also confused by the countdown that led to nothing. But whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever. On to better stuff. They showed a Batman video. Did you see that one?
No, I did not.
So, for the longest time, I don't know, have you been following Arkham Knight at all?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so in the game, there's a guy called the Arkham Knight. And he's like kind of a Batman rival. He kind of looks like Batman without a cape, and he uses guns. And he has his own paramilitary army. And everyone's been going like, who's the Arkham Knight? Is it Anarchist? Is it Azrael? Is it Joker? A lot of people thought it was Joker. Spoilers: Joker died in Arkham City at the end.
I was about to say,
Um, but everyone's like, it's comic books or a video game based on comic books and whatever goes. So they're like, it could be the Joker. He's pulled tricks on us before. Maybe something with Titan or the Lazarus Pit. Well, the beginning of this video just shows Joker's corpse being burnt. And then I forget who was talking. It was either Commissioner Gordon or someone, but they were talking about the body being burnt by them. So they just threw in our fucking face, saying it's not Joker. Joker is dead.
Yeah.
He is not in this. Stop with the questions. The Arkham Knight is not Joker, so we got that. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Isn't Scarecrow like the main antagonist in this game?
Yeah, they made him the main antagonist because he was so like well designed in the last games,
Yeah, he's freaky.
and like he's even freakier now. He's got
Oh,
like
fun.
he's got a different voice actor. I don't know who does him, but the voice actor he sounds more serious, more grimy, and he looks scarier even like his
Yeah.
face. That comes out next week. My pants are already off. I might just burn my fucking pants after this list. There's so many good things. All right, but we are reaching towards the end. Uh,
There's several things I want to talk about before we reach the end.
oh, yeah, we're not at the end yet, but we're reaching the end. You can share right now because the next ones to me aren't that good.
Oh, well, before I talk about any Ubisoft big titles, you know what I want to talk about? The big thing at was revealed at the end of Sony press conference, Uncharted 4.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the whole sequence with
you saw
Jake
that whole video?
with Nathan and Sully back
Oh,
at it again.
oh, the detail.
Oh my,
Did you see
yes.
the detail?
And you can actually drive a Jeep this time, and I want to buy that Jeep because that is the strongest Jeep I've ever seen.
You notice like if you're like a hero like Indiana Jones or something, and you get into a car, it will get you where you need to go, but it is not surviving at the end.
No, oh Lord, no.
But it is indestructible in between.
Oh yeah, and
Um,
he's got like also apparently he's got a grappling hook. Apparently this is the year of the grappling hook.
Dude, Batman, he inspired everyone.
Oh yeah, and the combat. I mean, the combat for the most part looks the same. There's a lot more contextual combat. I noticed, like whenever you're doing hand to hand, there's a lot more environmental takedowns,
Yeah, there is a lot of mix up.
which I'm okay with it. I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be Uncharted. It's going to be fan freaking tastic. And next year is way too long for me to wait.
It looks really good, and like I don't know, it looks like they're gonna be level structures again because in the driving sequence, it was a driving sequence.
Yeah,
Like
it
you weren't just
was.
free roaming; you were
No.
going on a track. But it looks really good, ridiculously good.
Oh yeah. And at Ubisoft's press conference, like I'm only going to hit the ones that I really, really watched. But was it Tom Clancy's The Division? They showed a gameplay demo of, and it looks pretty cool because these guys were about to attack some computer, like the AI whatever, for a crate, and two random players showed up and they didn't communicate, and they're like, all right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna take these guys out because we can't take them both on. And then the people they just encountered started attacking the enemy AI, so they joined forces and helped take them down. Then towards the end, there was three people that were co-oping together. They were playing, and then towards the end, they went to extract. One of the team members went down, and then they're like, "Hey, can you revive him? Because he's about to bleed out." The guy didn't revive him. Turned on his other partner, shot her, killed her, and he extracted by himself and took all their loot.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
was
gonna be
like,
able to do that shit?
yes.
Oh, it's gonna be so cutthroat.
Oh man, I saw that and I was like, what?
Now, is there any drawback to fucking over your teammate?
Uh, well, I did notice there was one drawback whenever you aim over whenever they were aiming over the randoms that they found. It said that it said there was a friendly agent, I guess, because apparently if you kill too many people, your your role gets like bad credit again. It'll tell you like you're a rogue agent, so that person can't be trusted.
Okay, so there's some kind of morality system.
Yeah, so like whenever you aim over the person, it'll like give their status. Like, this person randomly found it's a rogue agent, so you probably need to shoot them before they shoot you.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds interesting. There's gonna be some definitely some funny plays.
Oh yeah, and another one that I seen that I was completely taken back with the new Ghost Recon game, Wildlands. It is a four. It can be up to 4 player co-op. It doesn't have to be. You can play it single player, but it is open world, and you can take on random missions, and it looks awesome. It's in third person, and I think you can swap it back to third and first during certain sequences. But like, it's just demonstrating you can take the objectives long range, close range, or even. Apparently, I kind of skipped around the trailer, but apparently you can turn your enemy against the other enemies, and they will torture him and kill him themselves.
Oh, jeez. Now, I've
But
noticed a trend. It looks like a lot of games are becoming like four-player co-op,
oh yeah,
and like I find it like almost like magic that like when we get online capability, single player experience started to fade. And now that online is like in every game, we're like, we don't need an online game for every game. We just need
yeah,
some single. It's like now, it's like, why now are you finally starting to balance it out?
yeah,
Like, it should have always been balanced. Why did it get off balanced?
oh yeah. And I'm
But,
always down for co-op games.
exactly, because we all got friends that like to play.
But my big thing with co-op games, I don't like them. I don't like them to focus on the co-op. Like you gotta have 3 other friends in order for you to beat this game. I like it to where it's optional.
I agree. I don't like it either. I remember the biggest one for me was an old Zelda game. I think it was a what was it? It was on GameCube where you played 4 links, and each link was a different color. You got like green, red, purple, and some other color. But
Yeah,
like you had to play with other people, otherwise you had like kind of stupid AI I think follow you, and so it was more focused. Like yeah, it's really fun with your friends, but if you don't have your friends, you fucked. And it was
oh
the
yeah,
same thing with there was a Final Fantasy Crystal Shards or something on GameCube. Same thing, super fun with friends. But if you don't get any friends or not enough friends,
yeah.
you're fucked. It's like again
See,
balance.
see, that's why I feel like with Borderlands, it's completely doable solo, but it is hard as shit solo.
I completely 100% million agree. Oh, it's so lame alone, but you can do it. But I
Yeah.
find it very lame. Like it's slow and it's hard.
Oh yeah.
When you have a friend, you're just going fucking crazy. But I don't know. You just need more friends. I really don't know. But you know, you don't always have friends that want to play like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Anything else from Ubisoft?
Oh, they had a few more titles. They had one called For Honor, which looks like Ubisoft's take on Dynasty Warriors. It looks like you got 3 factions that are fighting against each other: Vikings, Knights, and Samurais.
Ooh, that sounds like pretty cool.
And it looks pretty detailed when the sword play, which was pretty awesome. And they talked about Rainbow Six Siege, which is getting a terrorist hunt mode, so it's just not 5 on 5. You can play against the computer now, which is pretty good.
I think every shooter should have versus computer modes.
Oh yeah,
I myself, I'd rather fight the bots sometimes
oh
than
yeah. I'm
people.
always a big fan. Add bots to your game. Don't just make it multiplayer only. Add bots so in case you're disconnected from the internet, you can't play multiplayer. Play against the bots.
I even like it when you play against other people and there's bots.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's like a sense of like even crazy. Like what's Titanfall?
yeah.
Kind of had that. They could do it better than
Oh yeah.
that. But something like that. Anything else?
Not that I noticed. I mean, they show what did they show? Some Black Ops 3 footage.
Yes, they did.
Eh,
I was this that was another funny one, kind of like Destiny, because he came out and he was doing all these power words like Activision is bringing like its biggest game to the PlayStation, and everyone's like, "Oh, what is it? What is it?" And then you saw the 3 start to form out of the fire, and everyone's like, "Ah, it's Black Ops." No, like no one cheered. It was very funny, but I will say this: I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan. I do enjoy playing it from time to time, but once the video started playing, and they showed how fast you were, and they
Oh yeah.
showed how the guns felt and sounded. I want to play it. Like it
Yeah.
looks fun.
And the biggest draw for me, 4 player co-op.
Yeah, again, boom right there, boom right in the chissa, boom right in the 4 player co-op. You get 4 player co-op. You get 4 player. Everyone gets 4 player co-op. It's gonna be like a new thing. Wait till
Oh yeah.
5 player co-op comes out. Wait, that's already out. So fucking the Wii U. Take that, Nintendo got you. But anyways, yeah. Besides that, there's only like I think 2 more things on my list. So before we go to those, is there anything else you would like to talk about?
Nothing at the moment. I am. I guess we'll talk about this. What another one tomorrow or tonight is? They're doing the Square Enix press conference right now.
Yeah, and Nintendo is having a conference today, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have tons of shit to talk about. All right, so the next it looks like only 2 more things on my list, and one of them's meh, and one of them's awesome. Let's go for the smaller one, just because I feel it'll be a little more efficient, even though I'm not fully into it. Just to mention it at least. There's a new Disney Infinity coming out, and the only reason it's kind of caught my notice is because they're adding Star Wars. First time Disney Infinity came out, it was just a bunch of like Disney characters running
Yeah.
around. Then they added Marvel.
And that
And,
just reminded me of something too. I'm
uh,
sure that it'll be the next game you talk about, but I completely forgot about it.
Probably. And then this one they're adding Star Wars, so another big, huge franchise. Like this thing I thought was going to be very small, but is in fact very large. I guess it's the major contender with Skylanders. I'm not totally into Skylanders or Disney Infinity, but it does look interesting to me from a distance. And if I was way
Yeah.
younger, I would have loved this shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for Pokemon to hop on this train where they have
It's
a game and you have to buy the figures and then scan the Pokemon in.
yeah, it's like Skylanders and Disney Infinity. Like that's like kids' day. That's their crack these days. Like they sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, and I think because kids just like that tradable aspect, like cards and pods. You remember pods
Yeah.
and other shit like that. And adults like ourselves, or if you want to call us adults, we like statue things. Like they have little you get a little statue of Mega Man, or you get a little statue of Spyro. Maybe a little statue of a Boba Fett's gonna be an elite figure. I'm a Boba Fett fanatic, and he's coming out as a special figurine if you pre-order the game, which I'm not going to, but I'm gonna be mad because of Boba Fett thing. So, so it's just interesting. I haven't played Disney Infinity or Skylanders yet, but I want to, but I don't know when I'll have the opportunity. And then the final thing, which you were probably thinking of, is Star Wars Battlefront 3.
Yep. I completely forgot about it too.
I knew it was coming, but I thought bullshit was coming. I didn't know we were going to see gameplay.
Oh, and that gameplay. Oh my god.
It looked so good. Everything looked so good. You, they changed the sounds of the blasters,
Yeah.
and I thought it was going to bug me, but I like it. It sounds faster. It sounds like it hits harder,
Yeah.
and I'm surprised Disney got away with that. Because sounds are unique. Like, can
Yeah.
you imagine the lightsaber not sounding like the lightsaber?
Oh yeah.
It'd be very awkward.
And watching it, like as soon as that music started playing, gave me chill bumps. I was like, ah, yeah.
Although some of this shit is a little too staged, because
Yeah.
when they show Luke running around and then like Vader jumps his ass.
Yeah.
Well, like it shows like Luke could have been looking around, but he chose to look off to the left into this empty space
Yeah.
for like a second or two, and then it's like, whoa, the Force, and then Darth Vader popped up. Now, I don't know exactly if they expected us not to see Darth Vader in there, something like because in Battlefield 2 we got tons of heroes,
Yeah.
and Darth Vader is a staple, and so is Luke. I'm pretty sure they just put them there so we can see how they look in the game. But I was hoping for a little bit more uh, from them fighting. They just kind of like looked at each other, like they locked lightsabers, and that was it. But it was still awesome. everything was awesome. They showed you ride in an AT-AT.
Yeah.
They showed you fly in a was it snow speeder or what was that thing called? It's been so
In that.
long.
Oh my lord,
It's
I
been
can't.
so long. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one that can hook up to the ATATs
Yeah,
and
it
take them
shoots
down.
shoots the cable. I can't believe I can't remember the name of that shit. Whatever.
You're not the only one.
It's been a while, but it looks really good. And that's pretty much all my list.
Yeah,
It
same.
was a long list. It was day one officially. The Bethesda thing was huge, and this was the next day, and then now we're on day two. So we're gonna have
Yeah,
tons more to talk about. Probably tonight, or we'll probably do it tomorrow, just like we're doing right now, since we're kind of offbeat schedule, anyways.
yeah.
But are you looking forward to any news from anyone today?
I mean, I'll kind of keep an eye out, but most of my stuff that I've been looking forward to has been talked about. Square Enix, I mean, I kind of watch it here and there, like, but my biggest was Sony and Bethesda and Ubisoft, EA.
Well, with Square Enix, I want to hear and see more on Final Fantasy VII if possible. I doubt it.
Kingdom Hearts 3,
Kingdom Hearts 3, there was nothing
maybe.
mentioned yesterday. Dragon Quest, supposedly Dragon Quest, I think 8 is going to be coming to the DS. I'm looking forward to that if it's not already out. Um, and then Nintendo. Sorry, Nintendo. News of Star Fox. The DLC for Smash Brothers. Probably some more stuff on Splatoon. Zelda Wii U. We should be getting some video and stuff on that. There's a lot of stuff that could be coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that calls it for the Occasional Gamer podcast, episode 4 is a special episode for E3. Thank you for joining us, and if you have any questions for the podcast or any of the things we talked about, feel free to put a comment below or something. Get a little interactive or something.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
maybe ask about how Mullins feels. How do you feel, Mullins?
I feel awesome.
You know how I
Can't.
feel? I
How
feel
do you
warm and
feel?
squishy. But alright, you sexy people, we'll chat you later.
See ya.